What's up, you guys? ASD Classified here, ready to finish this review of Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. So, episode 24, as time runs out, is one of my favorite episodes of this season. In it, Olympius decides to kill Viper and Loki. He lures them out to this secluded place on Earth, and then he has like these vines like come up out of the ground and like grab their feet and drag them into the ground. And then after that, he sends this vine monster called Vilevine. Ooh, so clever, you guys. He sends this monster to go destroy the Rangers, and Vilevine wraps his vines around the Rangers' morpher, and it puts this flower on their morpher, and they can't like get it off at all. And once the flower blooms, then all these spores will be unleashed upon the city, and these spores will kill the Rangers and the entire city. Oh shit. So yeah, I just thought that this was an ingenious plan to destroy the Rangers. Like, the Rangers just could not get this thing off. Like, they tried to cut the flower off, they tried to use a laser to destroy the flower, like that didn't work. Like, nothing would work, man. And I remember as a kid that I was like, how in the world are they going to get out of this? Like, I just could not think of a way. And then Carter just came up with this brilliant plan. Like, he took the Max Solar Zord and he had all the Rangers get on there, and they went out into space. And then, like, when the flower would start to open and unleash the spores, they had, like, the doors open up, and all the spores would just fly out of the ship. And then it would just, the spores would just be in space where they couldn't hurt anybody. And then they just shot the spores down with the lasers. Bravo, Rangers. Like, that was just a smart-ass plan. Like, I give Carter his props for that. But my favorite part of the ep is when Kelsey almost died. So they were in the Max Solar Zord, you know, and they opened the doors and they had the spores flying out, and then like her seatbelt like broke, and then she started flying out, and the other Rangers had to grab her. Like, that was just hilarious. I'm sorry. They were grabbing her, she over here crying and screaming, ah! Oh my god. I'm sorry, like, that was a serious moment, but my god. I know, I'm going to hell, I know. So yeah, the Rangers survive and they kill Vilevine, yay. But then, you know, Viper and Loki didn't die, right? The vines had pulled them into the ground, but they survived. So they digged themselves out of the earth and they ended up at that desert where they were sealed at. I don't know how the hell they ended up there, but they ended up there. And they also went to that pit, you know, where the tomb was, where they were originally sealed at. And then Viper uses dark magic to bring Diabolico back to life. Like, okay, Viper can do this now, I guess. I don't know. But I thought it was awesome. You know I'm a magic lover and I love all this shit. So yeah, Diabolico's back, and they brought Diabolico back so that they could, you know, challenge Olympius, because, you know, they all hate each other, so, In episode 25, in the freeze zone, Diabolico shows up and interferes with Olympius' fight with the Power Rangers. And Olympius and Diabolico have a badass fight too. Like, Diabolico's like, I want my star power back. And they just throwing down and fighting. And then Queen Banshira shoots like a lightning bolt to stop them from fighting. And then she makes them come back to the Skull Cavern. And then Queen Banshira is basically like, okay, Diabolico, it's cool that you're back to life and all that, but don't interfere with my son's plans again, alright? He's trying to kill the Rangers. Stay out of it, or I will kill your ass all over again, alright? Okay? Alright. So yeah, Olympius continues with his plan to try to kill the Rangers in this episode. He has 4 of them captured, but Carter eventually saves his teammates and saves the day or whatever. And then after Olympius' plan fails, Diabolico has some words for him. And really, this is some of my favorite dialogue in Lightspeed. I just love it. So Olympius returns to the Skull Cavern, and Diabolico is just waiting to start some myths. And so the prodigal son returns. You had 4, and then you lost 4. You had better be careful how you talk to me. I'm not tiny little Impus anymore. You will always be Impus the Runt. Now give me back my star power. Never! You can't hide behind your mother forever. Eventually that power will be mine again. And that's basically what they said, you know. That's the gist of it. I'm probably messing up some stuff, but whatever. I just loved that. Like, I really did love the rivalry between Olympius and Diabolico. But, question, if Diabolico no longer has his star power, How is it that he's still powerful enough to fight Olympius, like, on equal level? Like, I mean, shouldn't his power be gone? I don't really get it. Maybe it has something to do with the resurrection spell. Like, Diabolico still has some of that power even though he lost it. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm tired of trying to make sense of this. Whatever. Oh, good. Now we're on episode 29 and episode 30. Trakeena's Revenge, part 1 and 2. The team up for this season. Oh, boy. I can't tell you how much Kid Me was looking forward to a team up with the Lightspeed Rangers and the Lost Galaxy Rangers, because I really love Lost Galaxy and I was really looking forward to seeing these people come back and dealing with Trakeena again. Oh man. So basically the story of this team up was that Trakeena, you know, she survived. She lost her green form, she's back in human form, but her face is fucked up, so she wears like a mask. And yeah, she decides to go to Earth and destroy it because, you know, this is somehow going to be revenge against the Lost Galaxy Rangers. I mean, most of them did come from Earth, so, you know, yeah, that's their home planet, so yeah, I can get the revenge aspect. So, yeah. You know what, fuck it, this team-up sucks, and I'm not about to go into it. God, this team-up sucks. Like, it's just one of the worst team-ups that Power Rangers ever had. And it just... it angers me. You know how much I love Lost Galaxy, and this team up it's just so disrespectful. You know what this team up does? This team up spends almost all of its time focused on some random little girl instead of the Lost Galaxy Rangers. Like, what the hell? Like, how can you even think to write something like this? Like, we're here to see the damn Power Rangers, not some little brat who's trying to become a junior ranger. Like, who cares? Like, I want to see the Lost Galaxy Rangers. I want to see their characters interact with the Lightspeed Rangers. I want to see them have a damn good team up. I want to see more focus on Trakeena and shit. Like, what is this? Also, Kid Me was really disappointed that Zombie Kendricks came back for the team up. Yeah, I really wanted to see Karone. I'm sorry, I mean, it's not like I don't like Kendricks. I do. It's just that I like Karone more, so... yeah, they could have left Zombie Kendricks at home. I'm sorry. Oh, and if you're going to have Zombie Kendricks there, how about talk about the fact that she died? I mean, that could have been interesting. Oh, but, you know, again, we have to focus on that little girl. So, oh, and this damn team-up gave us that great line in Power Rangers about how monsters don't exist. Like that old lady told that little girl, like, sweetheart, you know that monsters don't exist, even though demons have been eating downtown for months now. Like, I don't even... See, that old bat right here, she is what started that damn trend in future seasons of, oh, aliens, they exist, really? See, this was the first ignorant-ass person in Power Rangers, and it just led to a whole bunch of other seasons doing that ignorant shit, and I hate it every time. How do you not know that monsters exist? Really... end point here, the team up is boring and there really isn't that much focus on the Lost Galaxy Rangers. In fact, like 3 of them show up and then 2 show up later. Why? Like, just fuck that team up. They win in the end. Episode 32, Sorcerer of the Sands, is one of my favorite episodes of Lightspeed. So that makes me feel a little bit better to talk about it after that damn team up. So, in it, Olympius obtains the key to the monster's shadow world, and then he uses it to open up a portal to this shadow world, and he ends up trapping the Power Rangers in there. So in this shadow world, the Rangers have to fight the spirits of all the dead demons that they've already killed, and since they're already dead, there really isn't anything that the Rangers can do against them, so yeah. The Rangers most likely would have died if they stayed in there. So yeah, the Rangers are fighting these demons while Olympius is there, you know, laughing it up and gloating. And then Diabolico steals the key from him and then traps Olympius and the Rangers in the Shadow World. Bravo, Diabolico. Bravo. So yeah, the Rangers and Prince Olympius are trapped in the Shadow World and have to deal with all these demons. Meanwhile, Ryan is back in this episode. Ooh! So yeah, Ryan has found this spell book apparently, and only this guy known as the Sorcerer of the Sands can read the spells in it. So Ryan ends up finding this guy, and he wants him to read the spells so he can seal away the demons. you know, fair enough. And you know how I love that magic shit. So yeah, Sorcerer of the Sands, yay! And the continuity nut in me likes to say that the Sorcerer of the Sands is from Briarwood, even though Mystic Force came years later. But that's just me. That's just me. So at one point, the sorcerer pulls out some marbles or stones or whatever. I don't even know what he was trying to do. I guess he was trying to tell the future or something. And then it tells him that Ryan's friends are in trouble. And Ryan's like, well, you have to help them. So the sorcerer sends the Omega Ranger, I mean this ball of light, to the Shadow World. And the ball of light leads the Rangers out of there. So, yay, the Rangers are saved. So back at the Skull Cavern, Diabolico, Viper, and Loki are just laughing it up that Olympius is trapped in the Shadow World forever. And then Queen Banshira floats on into the room and she's like, am I hearing you guys correctly? Did y'all really seal my son into the Shadow World? And, you know, Diabolico's like, my queen, see what had happened was, and then Queen Banshira just burst out laughing like, Olympius was a failure. May he rot there forever. Now the responsibility of rebuilding my palace rests with you. But don't fail me, Diabolico, or you'll suffer a worse fate than my sons. Like, really? Really? Queen Banshira is a cold-hearted bitch. Your son is trapped in the Shadow World and you couldn't care less. And that's basically what Viper said, like, wow, she cares more about her palace than her own son. Lucky for them, huh? And really, I don't think we ever had a villain that was just that evil before in Power Rangers, that didn't even care about her own family members, like her own son. I mean, and we came from Lost Galaxy where Scorpius and Trakina really had this love for each other. It's like Queen Banshira really didn't give a fuck about her son that much. Like, I don't know, and this is why a lot of people like to say that Queen Banshira is one of the most evil characters that Power Rangers has had. Like, damn. Alright, now we're on my favorite part of this episode, man. So the Sorcerer of the Sands reads from that spell book and tries to seal up Diabolico and the other demons back to the Shadow World. Oh man, I just love this scene. Demons of the cursed tomb, I cast you back to eternal doom. Nevermore will evil reign. Let peace and goodness replace the pain. And then he goes into this random ass chant. And then the demons were, you know, they were feeling the effects of the spell and some of the battlings disappeared. And then Diabolico said, you know what, enough of this. And then Diabolico starts doing a counter chant. And then they have this battle of magical babbling. It looks fucking ridiculous, but I love it. Like, but in a battle between magical babbling, Diabolico is apparently the master, and he defeats the Sorcerer of the Sands. And no, not just defeats. Diabolico kills the Sorcerer of the Sands. He kills him. The man dies, and his whole body turns into sand. After the sorcerer died, Diabolico shows up to Ryan, you know, just to rub it in, you know. It's like, you failed, Titanium Ranger. And while Diabolico was talking to him, Ryan noticed that Diabolico had the golden key. And the golden key, you know, is the key to the Shadow World. And when he was talking with the sorcerer earlier in this episode, they actually brought it up. The sorcerer asked him, like, do you have the golden key? And Ryan was like, golden key? What's that? The golden key. It makes all the difference. If I had that, I could easily read the spell. Major plot point. So yeah, Ryan fucked up and got this man killed. Great job, Titanium Ranger.